chief photographer took this at me. I'm like, help me edit if you're gonna power my live shot. I'm just locked in.
Right.
Got Adidas sweats on, and then.
So that's all. I thought it would look like a good one, and then for that one, I didn't finish it yet with mine. I was like, save those contacts, and I was just like writing, but I didn't. I was just trying to find stories that match with whatever. But yeah,
because time management, that was time management. That was
definitely
stressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I went through, like, if you see this first one, I'm gonna use just pictures of people from Channel 6 throughout.
Channel 6.
So like I think this is what Maria at Vanessa Guillen rally. This is me at when Baylor won the national championship. So I'll find a picture for every slide, if that makes sense. So.
What are you working on?
Huh?
What are you working on?
So we are working on a PowerPoint for our MMJ Masterclass. So
multimedia journalist.
Multimedia journalist.
Reporter.
That is a reporter who is out in the field solo without a photographer. Micah and I, before we were anchors, we both were MMJs, right? We both covered big stories, complicated stories, moving stories that require a lot of training and hard
trial
work.
and error too.
Trial and error. So we have some new reporters who will be joining. All that noise. We have some new reporters who will be joining KCEN in this next couple of months, and we are going to give them a master class on how to master their new role.
Yeah, run and tell your mama that.
Have you ever given one of these before?
Never given one of these, but I feel like a couple of things going on in my head. As an anchor, I feel like sometimes we don't spend a lot of time with new reporters. Most anchors were reporters at some point, and I feel like we don't spend enough time with them. Because a lot of times anchors spend years reporting before they were anchors. So I want to do it for that reason. And then also I feel like, you know, this is a market where there's a lot of fresh out of college students. And sometimes instead of being trained by another fresh out of college student, why not use our resources and be trained by someone in this who's had years in this business and years at this station.
And I think the thing is, a lot of stations fail where they get people who've never been in the field, trying to teach field reporters how to be field reporters, and it's a different beast when you're out there alone and you try to make a story and try to make, we call it slots. That's when you try to make your deadline. A lot of people, I always give the example of you're giving a PowerPoint presentation, but you have to do it long format, short format, and then sometimes you have someone else read your PowerPoint presentation that did not help you, i.e. the anchor when we read anchor videos. You have to do all of that.
Yeah.
And it's all on you. Imagine going to a court case, no camera, nobody else in there, it's just you and your notepad, and your station is just relying on you. That's a stressful thing, but that's something we both experienced. And
Absolutely.
we got the story in.
And sometimes the reporter, they're the boots on the ground, right? So a lot of times as anchors, managers, we're in-house. So we may not see things how they see things.
Yeah.
And sometimes we try to, manage and tell them to do certain things, but when they're seeing it different. So they have to make that, or it's not feasible. And they have to make that decision to be like, they're telling me to do this, but this is what I see, so you just kind of got to balance between that. What should I do? Sometimes you have to be out there making the call because it starts with the reporter. They give the information back to us in-house. So we really got to trust them and what they're doing out there. Making critical mistakes can get us lawsuits, cost you your job and all that stuff. So
Or beat up.
So, a lot of young people come in and they don't know how to tie ties, right? Something they didn't learn or what have you. And so I found on the internet an easy way to do a tie. Very simple. So you take it like that and you put that little point down there and the little bend of your arm. Then you take this tall part and you tie it around there like that. Then you do this. Then you do this, right? And so it's still all like that. And you reach behind this first little flap and pull the middle one up. And when you do that, it ties a little knot for you, and you can adjust it any way you need to. But it's a pretty good knot if you don't know how to tie a tie. It's really easy.
morning.
What's all this for?
Our meeting today.
Do you need help? I can carry some.
Oh, no, I got it. I'm gonna just throw this in the fridge.
How long is this presentation going to be to have all this food?
It's not, maybe like 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a movie. So I feel like if you would have asked them like questions, the morning team would have just ate. You know how we are. So what I did, I just put them a little goodie bag with things that I think like a female MMJ would need. Things we don't think about. Hair ties, like some hair ties in there. Put a small water bottle because I know everybody likes Stanley cups now. And you know when you MMJ and less is best. And like some spray. I just put that in there just to make sure they have something because I feel like if I do, hey, raise your hand, you know, Dominic gonna eat.
What
So
I
we gonna
wanted
eat.
as a reporter, what I should have bought was the tie, like the stain remover.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, as a man, I had a lot of white shirts, and then you
should've
know I'm
called
doing
you.
stuff and sometimes
that's a-
putting on the makeup, like it'll get. I'm like,
That's a
bruh,
good one.
this stain was not on here 5 minutes before, and now it's on here because I put on the
So there's prizes.
good one.
There's prizes too.
Well, there was going to be prizes, but I wanted to make sure the two people who this was for get something, so I just made them a goodie bag because I felt like, you know, you're very aggressive, you know, Zoe's very aggressive, and y'all would have probably took all the prizes. So just make
Okay.
sure they got something.
I ain't got nothing to add.
Ooh, scare me. Ooh, that is pretty.
By itself, this M stands for Mahaya,
Boy, please.
but today it stands for MMJ.
MMJ.
What is the MMJ?
A multimedia journalist. It is a one-man band reporter. A reporter who operates with no cameraman. Photographer. Oh, that is nice, Ryan. Oh, I know this Jay ain't finna stand up. Ooh. I'm extra.
I can tell. How long have you been working on this?
Since Monday. I thought we had until the 24th. But Jim, our boss, told me on Monday that it was due on Thursday. And I was like, oh, so I had to work fast.
Are you going to steer the next generation of journalists in the right direction?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If they learn from me, I think they will be in, they will have a great, long, successful career.
Do you agree?
I'll be there to correct her misinformation.
Let me tell you this. There was a time when Ryan, Fite, and I were reporter and photographer team. And don't you sit up there and lie. You know good and well we did some good work together.
We did.
Thank you. So he knows what's up. He just fronting for the camera.
I'm not fronting. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone can learn and be the best journalist they can be.
You can actually get out. You can get out. I got this under control. If you're gonna be in here ruining my vibes, you can go. There's the door. You can exit stage left.
I'm just observing what 6 News believes in when making a story pitch. It's important for us to, really do the due diligence to make sure that we're answering these questions as we tell a story. So who does it help? 6 News is here to help. We want to help Central Texans go through their everyday lives, get the information that they need. Who is responsible? Well, that depends on who the story's about, right? So who is responsible? I'll tell you, it takes responsible journalism, and it takes holding our government, local, national, state, to be responsible.
What tomfoolery is he talking about right now? What are you talking about?
I'm educating the children of Central Texas. Okay?
Educating and
Yes.
you don't go in the same sentence.
Cut the scene. Whatever scene this is, cut it. Can you grab the water out the refrigerator? It's just a 6-pack.
No, you go do that. What are you doing right now?
Zoe, oh my gosh, I'm decorating this room.
Come with me. We're gonna get the damn water.
Can you lift it?
Right? She said it's a bag, so but I don't know how heavy it is. Oh, I'm not carrying that. My shoulder hurts. No, I'm serious. She made it sound like it was like 6 water bottles, like
It is
light.
6 water bottles.
Like light water, but like it's like small water bottles. That's what I was thinking it was. Can you help?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. That's why I my shoulder.
I'll hold the camera and the water.
I am actually suffering from a neck injury. And I pulled a muscle. I haven't been able to work out since the past 2 or 3 weeks. So it's really taking a toll on me as an active person, you know?
It's an action a person can take to help. I know the perfect story to make for this analogy.
Ryan, you could be helping, but you're sitting up here talking about a bunch of nothing.
Why don't you help yourself to the door? Do that.
It gets on my last nerve. Thank you.
My neck. I
Why
have
did
a
Dominic
neck
get it?
injury. I cannot carry
Zoe,
that.
you can't carry a 6-pack of water.
No, because I pulled a muscle on my neck.
When?
I'm actually having. Didn't I tell you I had a doctor appointment recently? It's been a
Girl,
minute.
it's always something with your knees, your neck.
I know, Jasmine. Tell me about it. I haven't been able to go to do my CrossFit in like a month.
Okay,
It's
call me old
everything
again,
went.
and I got jokes for days about this knees and neck.
Well, age is nothing but a number. Right?
When this is all done, please take some of this home. You can take some water and some fruit.
Okay, I'll take some fruit.
Look, this is like a workout water bottle.
Yeah.
This
That's
was
what I'm saying. I thought you meant like tiny bottles. Those are big.
This was $2.87 at
The whole
Walmart.
pack?
Yes.
That's so cheap.
And I was dumb because I should have got some from my house.
They can easily charge you $10.
Yes. This was
$10 in this economy.
$2.87. I'm gonna go back. 'cause
That's crazy. That's
if it wasn't so heavy, I should have just got some of this for my house.
She just said it's so heavy.
Back to the program. Is there action a person can take to help? Yes, there is. And the story I'm thinking of right now is, we have a donation drive with 6 News. We're teaming up with United Way of Central Texas, doing a hygiene drive for Central Texas students in need. Basically, we're encouraging the community to come by our station, to come by the United Way of Central Texas in Temple, to drop off hygiene supplies, toothbrushes, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, the works. And by doing that and letting people know that there isn't something that they can do to help their community, that's how we reach people. That's how we make a difference. Are we telling the people in our shows they can contact us if they need a
You tried the
fix?
pumpkin bread, didn't you?
Yes.
You tried it, right? Was it good?
When we do it,
Zoe.
Was it crispy?
Zoe.
What the?
you see how respected I am.
Are you presenting as well, or is it just Jasmine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no. I was laughing because you were filming Micah on that with the window, and all I saw was a shadow because he's standing in front of the window. So I just
And
looked
they
at
got
your
the
camera
ponytail.
view and I started laughing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a mock press conference,
So
right?
we get teams too? Okay, so we...
Yeah. We're gonna do a mock press conference. And then we're gonna have them, and y'all can join too. Like listen for like ask questions, right? So they're gonna ask questions, and then listen for key things that you would pick like as a soundbite. You know what I'm saying? Like if I pretend like I'm the sheriff, and if I say, "This is the worst crime I've seen in my 25 years of being a sheriff," just stuff like that. Like listen to the key points. That's a soundbite. What's not a soundbite is like at approximately, 7:23 a.m. a suspect entered the scene. Like that's not a
You
soundbite.
can say that in this.
You can say that, but this is sad. I was crying when I found those kids, in that house with all that filth. Like
Okay.
that, just so we're gonna have them do that.
This is class. Ryan, you're gonna miss out on
Where are
goodies.
you going? What do you have to do? Why are you not coming? This is family support.
I'll be there.
Thank you. End to show.
Boy, are you
I don't want to put too much stuff up there,
sniffing
right?
on my...
Yeah, very good. This is the MMJ Masterclass given by myself, Jasmin Caldwell.
Morning, co-anchor Micah, as y'all know.
So let's get into it. So I will say after just about 2 years, you can call yourself a MMJ master. It's a lot that goes into it. Okay, so welcome to KCEN Channel 6 News. These are just a couple of photos of people then and now out in the field.
But look at the difference for their community of the coverage.
Johnny, like, it's just a real blow.
It's always hard to say goodbye to a childhood friend, but to say goodbye to someone like Johnny Morgan
I have a
is
photo.
unbelievably tough.
He was a great leader. He just cared and so involved. I sure don't miss so much.
Morgan was a Mississippi State Senator for 8 years, according to Oxford, Mississippi's mayor. But to John Cofield,
So she
Johnny
had
was
the nuts
just
and
a
bolts,
friend.
Johnny was
basically, and
very,
you, like that's what you start
To
with,
be-
but then
yeah.
you want to go to the reporter to have that
So that's the thing.
emotional,
Exactly.
the one that gets clicks.
Exactly. So I always say people over officials. We had the same story assignment. Breaking news, someone's dead from a crash. We thought it was it could carry 8 people. We thought more were on board. It turned out to be 1 person. We did our live hits for 4, 5, 6. They just had a 5 and a 6. And at 7 o'clock, we got the news release saying, hey, it's a man named Johnny Morgan. Guess what I did? Instead of, let me work on the package of what I already have, I already have the sound from this and that. No, I'm looking up this man. Oh my gosh, he's from Oxford, Mississippi. Oh my gosh, he's a senator. Let me reach out to the mayor. Hey, mayor, is this a man? Yes, we can confirm that's our Johnny Morgan. Oh my gosh, da-da-da-da. Okay, let me look him up on Facebook. Okay, hey, I'm seeing these death posts about him. Hey, Kim Folk, I'm all the way in Northwest Arkansas. You're in Mississippi. Can you speak to him? Oh, bruh, I'm really busy. I don't think I can get on Zoom. Okay, well, can we do a phone real quick? I already got you on the phone, Okay, went to the thing, got it recorded. Can you send me some photos? And you see that difference. It makes a huge difference. Yes, being a girl with friends, I even shot her live shot one time. But at the end of the day,
We competition.
I'm going to dominate you because I don't play. I want the best story. So then the next day, she's over here texting me, Micah. Well, she called me. Micah, where'd you get this from? Management is on my butt. I got to, they're trying to make me find the senator. I can't reach out to any family. I can't find anybody. Girl, your business is your business. I did what I had to do. And that's how you should be. Yes, you can be friends, but at the end of the day, you here for you. Put this stuff on your reel. Make it better. Make it bigger.
I apologize. You won't see me, but you hear me. But guess what? The story changed because they blocked us from getting in. Oh, but now I got to make a story out of
And they were
here.
being pushy because this kid, they knew he was guilty.
Yeah.
Deep down, off the record.
Where's the?
This isn't Oakland, right? It was the other kid.
Yeah, Jacob Anderson. So I'm trying to get into this door right here. So I'm trying to get into that door.
Ma'am, you cannot block me. You cannot, certainly can. No, you cannot. And I'm
See, they're coming out, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
Thank you, sir.
Right now. All I'm trying to do is walk through the hallway. You've been drinking too. I've been drinking too.
So, and I think they end up trying to push us down the stairs. Let me go. So there's the sheriff. I don't know where the heck they were at this whole time. Like, we about to come to blows. Where did she push me? Okay. So,
Oh my gosh.
we put that on the news, and now we embarrass the parents because they tried to, block us from getting in. You can't. It's a courthouse. It's public. So now that makes news. Jacob Anderson family acting an ass at the courthouse. And once we did that, I mean, that went everywhere. So that's one of the things I always say. If you're out there and they're trying to kick you out, just hit record. Roll on it. And because sometimes you never know what you can get. They might be pushing and shoving like that. I didn't have Jacob Anderson. You didn't see him. But I had that. And that's what we made the story.
Said to us by employees, after September 30th, unvaccinated staff who have not received approved exemption will be unvaccinated staff who haven't received exemption will. I'm so sorry.
She didn't even have to do that. She should have just.
I would have just gone to keep quiet. Keep going.
So the thing is, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, this was a package.
but still, my thing is, do bullet points. Do bullet points. Don't try to remember full sentences. And then just toss to the package if you're really lost and you don't know what to do.
So that completes our PowerPoint, but we do have one final activity, okay? And you guys feel free to jump in and help her out, okay?
Okay.
So we are going to do a mock press conference. All right, Micah is our local sheriff of KCEN TV, and I'm going to bring him out here, and he's going to explain.
Yeah, something like that.
He's going to explain this homicide that just happened. I thank you guys, you media, for being here and helping to cover this story. But I'm going to let Sheriff Wilson take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to this.
Not the voice change.
To this news conference. My name is Sheriff Micah Wilson of the McLennan County Sheriff's Office, Morrow Avenue. A vehicle drove up and parked next to at 254-777.
Sheriff Wilson, you've been a sheriff here for, almost 30 years. When you walked into that crime scene, have you ever seen anything like this? How was the scene?
This was the most gruesome crime scene that I've seen in my 32 years as sheriff here for the McLennan County Sheriff's Office. I would hate for this to happen to my son or daughter.
Can I ask the status of the two young children who were at the scene?
They were unharmed in this shooting.
Is that all the questions you have, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Last question. What they do. Last question.
Has the office been in contact with the ex-husband of the woman who was shot?
Yes, we have. He is arrested, and we are working to speak with him to see if he can help us arrest any more individuals. But this case is still under investigation. So, with that, we'll conclude.
Actually,
I said last question. You can go on somewhere.
You can go on somewhere.